Hi,
Hi.
Professor Warshauer. So, we'll start with what's the most challenging part about being a teacher?
Most challenging part about being a teacher, I think, is getting students engaged. I think this is true for all teachers. To really get the students engaged, to have them be interested in the subject, to express your own passion about what it is you're doing, and get them to sort of think about the material that's presented, um, beyond just something that, oh, I'm taking this course to fulfill, you know, 3 credits, but rather to really think about and play with the course material.
Okay, so what is your approach to making lesson plans?
My approach to doing lessons plans has changed quite a bit over the years. When I first started, I made, really expansive lesson plans. I mean, that's what you do, right? I mean, one
Right.
of my professors told me long ago that you don't really know a subject until you have to teach it, because you have to sit down, you have to organize all the material and think about, all right, how do I understand this so that I can present it to somebody else. So I originally started with lots and lots. I would go into classes with, notes this
Yeah.
thick, and over the years with experience, you don't need to do that quite as much. And
Simplify.
the way that I work as a thinker is I sort of tend to be a little bit frenetic. So I'm, doing this, and as long as I know that about myself, it works for me. So I can't look at a lesson plan and go down and read it. I find it doesn't work for me. I find my delivery isn't good for the students that way. So I much, much prefer to have sort of like big themed approaches with bullet points. And so my lesson plans are just reminders for me of what I want to cover, not necessarily the depth of it. And I've found that with the advent of technology, especially PowerPoints, it's that much easier, because I can use the PowerPoints
Right.
as sort of as my bullet points. And I don't really necessarily use PowerPoints all that much in terms of providing tremendous amounts of text material, but I really like using images as both a visual, because the students today expect it.
Right.
They want it. They need that visual to connect them to the material. But
Right.
it also serves as that sort of unconscious bullet to me of, oh, okay, so I'm moving to this now. I'm
Right.
moving to this. So that works really well for
Right.
me in terms of lesson plan stuff.
So, let's ask this question. So this video is for people who will be starting to teach within the next year or two. What would be your best piece of advice for new teachers?
Uh, my sister-in-law will be very, very proud of me for saying this, because this is her word of 2018, and it is joy. Joy. Have joy in
Right.
what you're doing. If you are enjoying what you're doing, uh, your students will get it. And if you're excited about what you're covering, they'll get excited about what you're covering.
Right.
I really think that that's true. I mean, excitement and passion is infectious. And so grab onto that. Don't get yourself so sort of over hyper focused on any of the material, so that you're not showing the love of what you're doing. I mean, it's absolutely critical and key. And the students today are so good at seeing through bullshit. And they want to see somebody who is excited about what they're doing. And then the flip side of that is not is doing more with less. That's one of the big things that I've developed over the years, is not trying to pack in so much information that the students just, you literally watch their eyes and they gloss over.
Right.
So to really reduce a little bit of what you're trying to cover, but cover it in real detail, so that the students really get the information, because then they're going to do the work and they see the relevance of it.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much.
Cool.